Here we are at our Chapter 5, Target 2, Problem 2b. We're asked to find the remainder using synthetic substitution. Now, this problem looks a little different than maybe some of our notes, but it's actually not too bad when we're actually using your synthetic substitution. We notice that we have this polynomial, and it's being divided by this other binomial. Now, when we're trying to think about the number that goes inside the box, what we're going to do is go ahead and set this bottom equal to 0, that thing that we're dividing this original polynomial by. So then we have 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, and then just solve for x here. So we would first subtract 1 from both sides, giving us 2x is equal to negative 1, and then just divide both sides by 2. So x should come out to be negative 1/2. Now that's actually the number that we're going to go ahead and use inside of our box. We end up then with negative 1/2 inside of the box. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and drop down our corresponding coefficients from our original polynomial. So we start off with 8. Then we have negative 2. Then we have 4. Then we have negative 4. And then we have 1. Now, if you're looking at your coefficients, and these are the ones that you were thinking, there's actually a very, very subtle, I don't want to say error, but there's a very, very subtle thing that we have to include. And it's definitely something that's very commonly oversight. So we have, notice how it goes x to the 5th, x to the 4th, and then it jumps down to x squared. Believe it or not, there actually is an x cubed inside of here. It's just that the coefficient for that x cubed is 0, because 0 times the x cubed would still be 0, so then you would not change this original polynomial. But for the purposes of our synthetic substitution, you do have to include that coefficient of 0, because it definitely will affect your answer. We're going to leave ourselves some space and draw a bar. And now we're ready to go ahead and use our synthetic substitution. For the first number, what we're going to do is go ahead and drop in. So we have 8. And then, as always, we're going to take the number inside of our box and multiply it by the number underneath our bar. So negative 1/2 of 8 comes out to be negative 4. And then we go ahead and place that underneath the next number. Always adding going down. We have negative 2 plus negative 4, that gives us negative 6. And from here we pretty much just repeat the exact same process. Multiplying this number, negative 1/2, by the number underneath our bar, negative 6, gives us positive 3. So again, placing that underneath the next number in our sequence. Always adding going down, so 0 plus 3 comes out to be 3. Multiplying negative 1/2 times positive 3 gives us negative 3/2. Add going down. That'll come out to be 2 1/2. If you wanted, you could convert that to an improper fraction, so that would come out to be 5/2. Multiplying negative 1/2 times positive 5/2 would give us negative 5/4. Adding going down, looks like we'll have negative 5 1/4. But again, creating that to an improper fraction, looks like that would come out to be negative 21/4. And then again, multiplying that number in the box by this number, looks like it comes out to be positive 21/8. Adding going down, we end up with, looks like 29/8. So using synthetic substitution, we see that our answer comes out to be 29/8. Again, that is our Chapter 5 Target 2, Problem 2B from our Chapter 5 study guide.